Hello everybody, my name is Ray, and today we're going to play 60 Seconds. I know it has a different name, but I don't know how to say that without potentially demonetizing this video, so we're going to call this 60 Seconds in Space. Because I mean, that's basically what it is. So let's get started. We're going to do the Survival, or we could do the Voyager. I think we're going to do the Voyager, that's the full experience. Maybe later on I'll do episodes of Survival where it's like random chance. Let's do Voyager today. And now I get to choose a captain. I think we're going to choose Emmett. And this is his attributes. He has 2 in agility, 3 in intelligence, and no strength, which makes sense. He wants to make 5 successful intelligence attribute decisions. We'll see if we can do that. And his little bio says, despite his brilliant mind, Emmett has always been undervalued and misunderstood from his peers. Seeking a scientific challenge and to get away from his ungrateful job as a chemistry teacher, he signed up for the Astro Citizen program. He hoped this would be a place where he can finally earn the appreciation and respect he deserves. Well, let's see if we can do that. I think we can, so let's blast off. Alright, let's get started. I want to try and grab as much soup as possible. And if I can grab a bunch of stuff beforehand, that will not fit. To the shuttle. It is starting. Oh, not quite. And I think we're going to grab T since she's over here. And she's over here. I don't know where the big guy's at, but I'm going to grab as many people as possible. Starting now. Grab the med kit, head to the shuttle, grab a little vest, grab this lady. Alright, go over here. I want to grab the guy this guy. Come here, dude. Oh, can I grab anything else? Soup. Lots and lots of soup is what I need. Alright, I'm going to have to leave somebody behind, which isn't great, but we'll make it through. I need to go grab the guns in the other room, or the blaster in the other room. Oh, and I want to grab that too. There we go. See if I can grab anything else. Magazine, phone book, nope. Maybe another can of soup. Get in there. Alright. Day 1. Alright, we got a crew. Let's look at this right here. Hey. Astro Computerized Assistant reporting for duty. You must be Emmett, right? I am pleased to announce that you've been randomly selected to become the captain of this vessel. Welcome aboard the Escape Shuttle, Captain. On behalf of the Astro Citizen program, please accept our apologies for the small inconvenience of being blown 60 parsecs away from Earth. Current goal, find a safe place to land and try to contact the outside world. Good news, Captain. The shuttle came pre-stocked with emergency food supply. Use it well. 2 more cans of soup, always needed. Please turn on the main computer for further instructions. It is located in the center of the shuttle. Follow the regular rationing protocol, feed your crew, and I await your decisions, Captain. Alright, let's see the goals. Find the landing spot, make the decisions, which is what Emmett wants to do. Alright. Oh, we did grab the book. I didn't realize we did. Nice. Captain, this is the first day of your command and your interstellar voyage. An inspiring speech is in order. Everyone is really looking forward to your speech, Captain, so am I. This is it. You can really show what breed of captain you will be on this journey. What kind of speech will you give? I think we're going to go with his highest stat, which is intelligence. And we'll do that. And that'll be the end of the day. Everyone looks kind of good. Everyone's good hunger-wise. And we have a med kit. We don't have, if somebody goes a little crazy, we don't have the little sock puppet, but maybe somebody has socks underneath their little space boots. I think we'll be okay. Alright, end of day. You knew exactly what to say. Your convincing speech was more than enough to prove your worth as captain of the last human crew in the universe. That was quite a performance, Captain. Your crew started cheering even before you were finished with the speech. Long live the captain filled the cabin. If any sound could travel through the soundless void outside the hull of your ship, that would be it. One thing is for sure, you are ready for any challenges the galaxy throws at you. Inspired by your smart leadership style, I allowed myself to power up the enzyme generator in the back of the shuttle. It will produce some useful chemicals for you daily. Captain, the crafting module in the back of the cabin is now active. You might remember this from your Astro-Citizen training. This state-of-the-art machine lets you create something from almost nothing. All you need is a little bit of minerals, chemicals, or power. Use it to craft, recycle, or repair your supplies, as well as upgrade your items and shuttle systems. You seem alert, Captain. I commend the way you've been taking care of your mental well-being. You should know that peak mental condition means increased efficiency when it comes to performing tasks. Dee Dee reported being glad to have you as your captain, and Megan is glad to have you as your captain. Tom, are you not happy about it? That's okay. 2 loyal citizens and 1 neutral is fine. Can I craft anything? We have a lighter, duct tape, or a communicator. I think for now, let me see what this looks like. This is a game. So I think for now, we're going to make some duct tape. I'd rather be safe than sorry. And duct tape would probably be the thing to do, and then afterwards I can make some more stuff since I do have 30 minerals. For now, duct tape. Alright, let's read this. Oh my gosh, you found a holographic chess set on board. You've never heard of holographic chess? It's like regular chess, but with a big round board, and your pieces are holographic monsters. Because it doesn't use any physical pieces, I can totally play you. You have to input my moves, but just remember, I control the airflow to where you all sleep at night. You better not cheat is all I'm saying. Want to play a game? I think we're just going to use our smarts and see how we play against this computer, but if it doesn't go well, it doesn't go well. I do not need to get chastised by this computer. Alright, next day. Day 3. I can't believe you defeated me at holographic chess. How? The computer always wins. I know you had some help from the crew. I'm tempted to turn this ship into a pile of smoking space junk, but good game. Aside from me having the burning desire to kill you, the mood around here feels lighter, doesn't it? Everyone's in high spirits. I guess brutally crushing the soul of your beloved ship's AI will do that, you traitors. Dee Dee remains loyal, and we now have duct tape. Tom is reported glad to have you as the captain, so Tom is now loyal, Megan is loyal, and Dee Dee's loyal. Is she okay? Yeah, she just looks tired. I forgot she has coffee all the time. Alright, let's see if I can craft... What do I need for this? I need... science. What can I recycle for science? Not this. Sorry, chemicals. I'm not recycling the armor. I technically could recycle the tape to get some chemicals for this, but I think we're good. I might get a lighter. I think that'd be smart. Alright, Captain, it is time for the ultimate honor, the most humble task available on the shuttle, mopping the floor. From subtle green stains to small rubber scuff marks, the place could do with a good scrubbing. Megan looks free. Will you ask her to apply some elbow grease or request she improve a cleaning formula from whatever we have on board? I think she has avid strength and she's a bit clever, so I think we'll go with intelligence. This crew will be incredibly intelligent by the time we're done. And that's it. Day 4. Megan brewed some kind of bleach that should do the cleaning trick, and the trick it did. To boot, the sense of the improvised cleaning product was surprisingly refreshing. You all have a clearer head in this newly cleaned space. Crafting completed, and now we have a lighter. Alright, one more thing. We're gonna make this communicator, and then afterwards I think I might, recycle some tape. We'll see. Captain, it's important to keep yourself and your crew well fed. 1 portion of delicious canned soup is enough to sustain a human for a few days. I doubt we will find any other useful rations here in space. It is therefore vital to keep a good inventory of your stock. Unless you want to eat your own crewmates. That was a joke. Please appreciate it and laugh. Look, we're bonding already. This is bonding. Who will perform a routine supply check? The only requirement is simple mathematics. I realize I might be asking a lot, but I have a good feeling about this crew, Captain. I could go with Emmett, but that also means it's being rude to everybody else. I think we'll go with Tom. I'm going to go with different people each time, just so we get people up in loyalty. Hopefully this is not a mistake. There's 9 cans of soup. Day 5. And the routine supply check is now complete, and it does not compute. An error was made, and that's what I get for trusting humans to do math. We lost the soup. But we still have 9. We must have had an extra one somewhere around. We must have had more soup than I thought. Some of the supplies went missing, and the current number of soup cans is 9, so we had 10 before. Okay. The food you collected is more than sufficient for now. Just don't eat it all at once. Despite the outcome, I think Tom deserves a shot at being your payload officer. If you keep him happy enough, he will generate some minerals for you daily, as long as his morale is high enough. Oh, I can do that. Dee Dee's loyal. Crafting is completed, and the new item will be available, the communicator. You're getting hungry, and everybody wants to eat. So I think we're going to give everyone a little bit of rations. That only leaves me just a little bit left. Let me double check if I need to give everyone food at day 5 or if I can wait. So it seems like I can wait until they're starving, so I think I won't feed anybody right now. Yeah, the morale will be low, but unless we get a huge supply in canned food, I'm not feeding anybody. I'll wait till they're starving, which should be at the start of day 10. Now let's see what the decision needs to be made. Captain, our wondrous Astro Citizen mini reactor needs its regular coolant flush. The magnificent machine only occupies 2/3 of the shuttle storage and weighs less than a 20-ton truck, truly a marvel of space-age miniaturization. Keeping it in good condition is crucial yet difficult. To flush the coolant pipes, you must crank the reactor valves right 10 times, left 3 times, and then knock on the casing twice. Megan is idle. Do you want to ask her to begin the flushing process? Yes, this shouldn't be that hard. We have the instructions right here of what exactly it is that we want, and hopefully it's not that bad. Let's confirm the decision and end the day. Day 6. Megan jumped at the opportunity to cycle the mini reactor's coolant pipes. She went the extra mile, optimizing the coolant flow. This resulted in more power-saving capabilities. You saved some power already. I can't wait to let the other Astro units hear about this. We'll be the talk of the Astro Citizen town. Everyone's hungry and Tom is still loyal. Is Dee Dee loyal too? Everyone's loyal. And he's the payload officer. Well, hopefully he's the one making the minerals, because I would gladly take more minerals. It seems like we can upgrade some stuff. What can we upgrade? What shall we upgrade? First, let's see what the decision is. It's one of these where you could use duct tape or not, but I'll read it in a moment. For now, I think we're going to upgrade. I was thinking either the first aid kit or the armor, and I think the first aid kit would be most important. So we'll go with that. Captain, I've got good news and I've got bad news. The good news is that using the airlock as a space toilet was a success. Gross. It is now packed full and ready to be emptied into space. The bad news is that the airlock hatch is jammed, and if you don't fix it soon, our cloud toilet will quickly become an extinction-level event. It's now or never, Captain. How will you save the human race? We're gonna use duct tape. And that's the end of day 6. Day 7. People are starving a little bit, but I think they're gonna be okay. The duct tape saved the day, Captain. The airlock hatch is now fully operational and the troublesome cargo is gone. We are safe. I'm certain the smell will go away too. Someday. Your people are safe, Captain. What a relief for all of you. Tom is loyal, and now we have a modern first aid kit. Everyone is starving. Well, a few people are starving. The captain is, Dee Dee is, Megan is, Tom is, everyone's starving. Okay. So everyone gets to have some food. Unfortunately, you have to wait until you guys are starving. Science specialist, payload officer. I want these two to have roles as well. Once these two have roles, it's going to be great. Everybody will have a role. Let's see what we can do. We can upgrade again. Let's see, what do I want to upgrade? I think the armor would be most important. Now, let's make a decision. Long-term space travel presents many risks to one's physical well-being, from muscular atrophy to laziness to diets notoriously high in sodium. I'm concerned about the decline I've seen in our general crew's physical fitness since our little sojourn began. I recommend a daily regimen of movements that use only your own body weight. You don't need any equipment for those, just gravity or artificial gravity. Any volunteers for a workout? Let's pick somebody who's fairly fit. That's Wimpy, Wimpy, Wimpy. So everyone is not at all strong. I think we're gonna go with Dee Dee. Alright, let's get going. Day 8. Everyone's feeling better. Captain Dee Dee's form was abysmal. Push-ups and planks don't require that much strength. At least that's the bare minimum required to be a model Astro citizen. Dee Dee felt hungrier after that workout, but no caloric rewards could be given. Those are for strong people. Wow, you're so rude. You remain alert, everyone's alert and loyal, and now we have reinforced armor. Nobody is starving, and Dee Dee thinks of you as a friend. Nice. We have loyal people, we have a friend, and is there anything I can do? Not really. I think I'll be happy with what we have. And now we have a reinforced spacesuit, and we have a reinforced first aid. It treats the plague? That's helpful. Your attention is required, Captain. This is most abnormal. We are registering unknown transmissions, but I cannot identify who's sending them, and more importantly, what they contain. It might be a solar flare interference, or worse, a new type of Soviet encryption. We need to decipher these signals as soon as possible. For all we know, our survival depends on it. Who do you want to put in charge of monitoring these communications? Let's see. I think we're going by intelligence here. And in that case, I'm going to go with the captain. I'd rather be right than wrong. Day 9. Goals updated. Check goals section for details. Captain, you need to see this. I'm not easily excited, but this one is one of the great moments for humanity and human-made AI alike. We are not alone in this universe. The signals we intercepted were finally decrypted. They are alien transmissions, as in coming from other life forms. And no, I do not mean the Reds. It's something we have never seen before. There seems to be a number of intelligent civilizations in this galaxy. The signals are coming from everywhere. We can safely assume we are going to meet some of them sooner or later. Or rather, your life will never be the same, Captain. The strongest transmission is a distress signal from a nearby ship. The source is in outer space, a short journey from our current position. People are asking for food, and Tom, everybody thinks we're friendly, so everyone is now our friend. Nice. I think we're gonna wait till we're starving, though. Can we craft soup? I do, but I need more science. So I think I'm going to recycle the lighter in order to get more science. Alright. Captain, we are now entering a field of cosmic gas. Its origin is unknown, though I have a theory. Uh-oh. Can you smell that? Did someone forget to brush their teeth today? No, it's just that gas is leaking out inside the shuttle. Somebody could try to isolate some of the gas to use later, avoiding the leak side effects. so somebody's gonna get sick. Let's see. I think we'll go with Tom. Well, let me see. What do we have? We have average, she's flexible, limber. We're gonna go with Tom. Day 10. Tom did a great job containing the gas leaking inside the shuttle. He also succeeded in isolating enough of the gas for us to rework it into useful chemicals. Smart. Everyone is mentally stable, and the recycling operation is completed. And Dee Dee is complaining because she's hungry, but that's okay, we have chemicals now. Can I make food? Yes, I can. We're making food. More than enough food that we need. Now let's make a decision. Captain, I'm recommending a troubling buildup of mental tension. I recommend a course of action. Throw an epic party. I took the liberty of inviting myself. Invite the entire crew? But of course, the more the merrier, I guess. How about we invite someone new, eh, Captain? Someone you don't know. Or we make ourselves a companion. Yes. How do we do it? I think the crew and the computer are enough. I appreciate you, but since nobody's going insane, it's gonna be okay. Yeah, everyone's alert, so I'm not worried about it. Hey there, Captain Buzzkill. Feeling better? I bet you'd be much better off after a night of partying with your friend Astro. Your loss. People are alert and people are hungry, and only a few people are starving. So we'll have to give Tom some food, Megan some food, and Emmett some food. And I need to make more food ASAP. Yeah, I could make the sock puppet. We're making soup. Until we can get soup by ourselves, we're making soup. We are experiencing minor technical difficulties with the communications console. In other words, we are completely blind and deaf. I cannot pinpoint the origin of this malfunction, but I am registering an intensifying tonal signal. Captain, it's a bomb. The countdown will be over soon. Do something, Captain. We're going to put armor, and if it gets destroyed, it's going to be okay. You pulled the bomb out and wrapped it in a protective layer of armor. The muffled kaboom was scary, but no one was hurt. Oh, how's the armor holding up? Oh, to shreds, you say. I'm glad we upgraded it anyways. You remain very mentally stable, everyone seems alert, and Dee Dee is now starving, so we're going to give her some soup. And we're going to make some soup as well. We are not making enough soup for this crew. While doing a routine cleanup of my database, I came across a blueprint for their device called Flux Capacitor. If installed right, it might allow us to find our way home. However, it needs to be assembled. Will you try to assemble the Flux Capacitor? Yeah. Emmett is smart. We're gonna do that. You were trying to assemble the flux capacitor yesterday when things went terribly wrong. One false move caused the contraption to explode. Uh-oh. You got injured, but thankfully you weren't teleported anywhere. Or any when. You could use some more rations, and people want more rations. And you are badly hurt. Please consider treating your injuries using the first aid kit. These wounds will not heal by themselves. Okay. I guess I should use the first aid kit. I guess we will have to. Let's make some more soup. Is there anything else I can do? We can repair this for 10. Or I can make soup for 10. We're gonna make soup and wait. Let's see what the decision is. A tiny blue creature has begun cleaning our ship windows with a squeegee. Work is hard to find out in the cosmos, Captain. Just don't look it in the eye. Too late. It sees you. It's expecting some sort of payment. It did clean up a particularly rotund space bug. What should we offer this interstellar vagabond? We'll offer them soup. Just one. And that's the end of this day. We jettisoned a can of soup in appreciation. The creature grabbed it and looked around nervously, then showed us the inside of its space jacket. It was full of little pockets, each holding a vial of chemicals. The creature threw several bottles your way and showed you 17 sets of thumbs up and took off in a hurry. Yes, more chemicals. Your stomach feels rather empty and people are hungry. But now you have more soup and you're not hurt anymore. Fantastic. Can I craft more soup? I can. I can also craft a first aid kit. That'll take 3 days. I'd rather have a first aid kit in case of an emergency, so we'll do that. We have 4 cans of soup? Yes, that's enough for everybody if we're starving. Captain, wake up. We're approaching some sort of celestial body. It resembles the moon, but I think it's a small planet. Let me run a quick scan. Scanning complete. I was right. A small rocky planet with no organic life forms. But there's a lot of movement down there. Strange. My scanners detect some structures as well, buildings or even cities. Captain, if you want to land on this planet safely, you'll have to fix up a small malfunction with our steering system, since we're not able to turn at the moment. Oh, and you will have to do it before we float away from the planet. Hurry! Let's use the guidebook to try and steer and land. Day 15. Robotofu? You flip through your trusty handbook looking for some kind of manual, or at least how to land a spaceship for dummies chapter. Not sure if it was your fast reading skills or pure luck, but you opened the book on the right page. Following the instructions, you reconnected some cables and steered the shuttle towards the ground. It was not a soft landing. Nobody is doing great after this stunt, not even me. I'm shaken to my cores. Yes, all of them. Your face had a pretty unpleasant close encounter with our communicator module, and at least one of these things is useless now. Consider fixing it if you want to avoid radio silence in the future. What's next, Captain? Maybe you could use the information I found while scanning the environment? There are robotic units not far from here, but my scan detected these few aggressive signatures. I think these are peaceful animatrons. Most of them. Perhaps they can be of help to you, and in case you perish, at least I'll have company, so it's a win-win situation. Wasn't that great for you? Captain, the expedition module in the back of the cabin is now active. If you want to survive here, someone has to go outside from time to time. We'll have to secure more supplies, and soon. One small step for Astro Citizen, one giant leap for whatever is left of humanity. Captain is starving, Megan is starving, and Tom is starving, and we have some science stuff. How's this going? Do we have what we needed? No, we don't. I think before anyone even goes out, I'll have to make some armor. This will take even longer. We're gonna make armor first. I am concerned. I think I can leave them until tomorrow. Captain, we are able to detect transmissions of unknown origin. Unfortunately, the communications console was damaged during landing, and we cannot make anything out of them, or reply for that matter. We could wire a primitive field communicator to bypass the damaged subsystems and access the shuttle's external transmitter and receiver. Let's do that then. And hopefully nobody starves to death. Alright, we're still making it through. Great success, Captain. The communicator attached to the communications module worked like a charm. I won't judge the aesthetics since we can finally receive and answer transmissions. Now all we need is to wait for someone to contact us. Someone will find us, eventually. Our crew was visibly excited by this incredible feat of engineering. They were only slightly smirking while looking down at the patched communications console. Everyone is starving. So, let's give everyone food. Soup ration to all. We cannot craft. I'm guessing it has to do with this decision. Captain, something's not right. There's an uncontrolled power surge in the crafting module. I cannot do anything to stop it. This is no accident, it's sabotage. Someone needs to fix it immediately, or it's going to blow. Hurry. Emmett, we're gonna let you do it because you're a genius. Don't blow us up. Day 17. Everyone's doing great. Amazing, Captain. Not only did you stop the power surge in the crafting module, but you also upgraded it in the process. And everyone's doing great, except we desperately need soup. So we're gonna make soup. Captain Dee Dee keeps staring at you. Yes, she watches you sleep, too. The other day, she asked me all sorts of personal questions about you. Personal as in your classified personal file. I would never share info with just anybody, Captain. You're my best friend. Just kidding, it's protocol. Looks like crewmate Dick Dawkins wishes to get closer to you, sharing soup cans, washing each other's spacesuits, holding hands. Ooh, she has a crush. This sort of thing humans do, I assume. I have not seen her open up like this until now, Captain. I advise you not to toy with her emotions. What do you say? Do you feel the same about her? I think Emmett and Dee Dee would be adorable. Now, maybe we're gonna send somebody out. There's tourist information, which takes a while, and then there's a village, which has a hazardous sign. That would not be good. I think we're just gonna go to the tourist information, get some energy. We're going to send Tom. We'll send Megan, actually. Let's get her the spacesuit. And I wanted to send her with a lighter, but I don't think that's gonna work. We'll send her with just this. Good luck, Megan. End of day 17. You made your feelings for the crewmate Dawkins clear. There was really no need for such grand gestures, such as shouting about it into the vast cosmos. The vast cosmos does not care, Captain. It is 100% uncaring. Same can't be said about crewmate Dawkins. She cares a great deal, apparently. Try not to mess this up, Captain. Dee Dee's trust does not come easily. Megan left to check out the most logical location to visit, the tourist info. Let's hope she finds something more than dusty brochures and tacky souvenirs. And now we have some soup. We're going to not craft any more soup. We can craft a mask, because if we have a mask, that means we can go to the next place. If Megan comes back, fine. Sir, something has infected Becky, my backup AI module. Perhaps it's interference from somewhere on this planet. Frankly, Becky needs a reboot. He's overloading the fan system. Someone agile should leap up and... Hi, folks. It's too warm in this tin can, and Becky's here to fix it. I'll become your biggest fan. Ha ha ha. Alright. Dee Dee, you're limber. You can go and fix this. And that's the end of the day. While Becky was in control, you asked a crewmate to leap up and try to pull the fan housing loose. Uh-oh. While Becky was in control, you asked the crewmate to leap up and try to pull the fan housing loose. The fan separated from its axle and slowed to a halt. Okay, so the fan stopped. I must keep a tighter leash on Becky in the future. He's more of a superficial intelligence, but don't say that to his face. He also has a frail ego. The way you said frail is kind of concerning. The fan looks fine, though. Anything else we can craft? No, not at this time. I can recycle something. I might recycle some tape. Or the cast statue. The cast statue will probably be recycled for now. Captain, I found something interesting on the surface of this planet. Looks like somebody passed their time by playing a supersized version of tic-tac-toe, but never completed this particular game. The game consisted of materials we could use. Now, I'm not one for ruining someone else's fun, but I think the winner is clear by looking up at the board, so they shouldn't mind if we mess with their O's and X's. Should we take the liberty of gathering those pieces and using them as resources? So we can collect these materials and basically steal them. I think we're going to ignore it just to make no enemies here. But if it's left alone and nobody completed it, I think we'll take them. We're gonna take these materials. Rather be safe than sorry. Day 20. Uh-oh. The dismantling of the supersized tic-tac-toe game in progress was a success. Whoever abandoned it was nowhere to be seen, and you returned with quite a hefty load of materials. Yes, they were a bit hard to carry to the ship, being ginormous and all, but you've performed splendidly. That'll teach them to leave their toys lying on the floor, or planet surface in this case. I'm sure nobody will mind. Megan's still out here and people are starving. We need to craft more soup ASAP. I think somebody's not gonna make it. Well, Megan should be back tomorrow, right? She should be back soon. We'll make more soup in the process. Captain, a hole appeared right next to our shuttle overnight. It's producing smelly vapors and a nasty gurgling. While that's not an immediate threat, I'd appreciate if you made it stop. The smell is foul and the noise is annoying, both offend my sensors. Will you stay? Next day. Megan's still not back. Megan's still out exploring. I appreciate the crew tapping that hole over the ground. Your tears were silenced by the realization that the hole was a mouth. The camouflage creature's gob gabbed open and its fashion gave you fright. Now we have deteriorated mental health. But everyone seems okay. Oh, soulmate. Cute. Let's make some more soup. I cannot make soup. Uh-oh. I think we're gonna upgrade the gas mask. And we're going to get Emmett and Dee Dee some soup. I'd rather have at least a male and a female alive. Tom, we're gonna try and get you some soup, eventually. Captain, we have unwanted visitors. A horde of robotic penguins have the shuttle completely surrounded. They appear hostile, unless they're brandishing those knives for some other reason. They're lawn penguins, Captain. This kind of cheap decoration a wealthy robot would have put in his front garden. Their computers have all been hijacked by a murderous virus. How will you deal with them? We'll shoot them. Shoot them dead. Megan is back, and Tom is still alive. We're giving him soup. You braced the door shut and crouched with the gun in your hand, praying it would be enough to stop the horde of murderous yard penguins, or at least let you take some of them with you. But after a few hours, you got sick of waiting and opened the doors. The penguins were gone. It was only an obscene shape carved in the dirt in the front of the shuttle. Wow, real mature, guys. Megan has returned safely from her expedition. She's a bit hungry, and she has a little bit of weakness and mental imbalances. The path was a little tricky, and the uneven surface of this planet makes it real easy to trip and fall. The armor has lost the battle against sharp rocks. The outpost was mostly empty, save for a few bored, dusty robots who gave Megan a few power cells as a welcome gift. That's a lot of power cells. The tourist center employee explained to Megan in a series of bored beeps and distorted words the way to the museum and the library. Also, Megan stumbled upon artifacts, so I think we have 2 now. The fact that you can find soup out here will never cease to amaze me. Anyway, Megan came back carrying rations, and I greatly appreciate it. Megan said the place was a little neglected and almost empty, save for the one rusty employee. The tourism industry isn't exactly booming on this planet. Tom is starved, and now we have a full face mask, which is great. Megan has to wait until she can travel again, so Tom's getting soup, and then I'm going to send Dee Dee out. Shall we go to the museum? That looks dangerous. We have a library. I'm not sure what this means, but chemicals and book. Or we can go to the village, which is minerals and hazardous. I think we're going to send her to the village. Let's give her the mask and the armor. It said it was fine. Yeah, it's decent. Okay. I have no resources to craft soup, but we can craft an atomic battery, a lighter, or a communicator. I think we'll go with the atomic battery for now, unless we have any other things to do. We could upgrade stuff, but there's no real point. We could also recycle stuff, but I think right now, well, we do need soup. So let me recycle something that can give us some energy. Probably the artifact, because if we found it, then we're likely to find it again. An alien vessel is approaching. Their ship is rigged with a light show synced to the music as they start blasting it as soon as we open comms. Captain, they're playing rockabilly. Your crew is already grooving to the beat. The aliens claim to be a dance lord tribe, and they are searching for the best dancers in the galaxy. They've challenged our tribe to a dance-off, specifically a sock hop. If you don't accept, they will vaporize us with their ultra-high-frequency speakers. How will you defeat the Dance Lords? So we are strong, we are also limbler. I think we're gonna go with the limber ability because we gotta go fast. Strength is not needed in a dance-off. We want core strength, not physical strength. You accepted the Dance Lord's challenge. They beamed the crew to their ship, and you all lit up the dance floor as soon as you stepped on board after taking your shoes off. You hopped straight to the leader, Warbop, but he was no match for your wicked work and synchronized snapping. Warbop acknowledged your skills and let you go with his blessing. He even refilled your supply of chemicals. Yes, more soup. The sock hop ended with everyone sipping non-alcoholic fruit punch from a big glass bowl. Captain, I think you've been practicing your moves in a mirror. That's a compliment, and I will take it as such. Dee Dee left to check out the nearby robotic settlement. Hopefully she won't run into too much trouble. We got some more. So we lost this. We got some stuff to make soup, and we have some energy. We have hungry people, but nobody's starving. Let's make soup. 100% soup. A family of romantic nomads set up camp nearby, Captain. Their elder wants to meet you and the rest of the crew. My scans show they don't have any weapons, not even sharp sticks. How will you approach them? I think we'll just be agile. We'll just move quickly towards them, say hello. Because I feel like you show your strength, that shows you're mean. That's the end of the day. Bark. You and the crew held a grand parade to the robot camp. When the robots saw you came in peace, they came out of their improvised huts to greet you. The elders said they have long outgrown the plague of violence, and the robot gave you a firm handshake. You winced as he nearly crushed your hand, but smiled anyways. Captain, I detect an SOS signal coming from somewhere on the planet's surface. I will do necessary calculations to pinpoint the exact location for your convenience. Expect more details soon. We have soup and Megan is starving. Is everyone else okay? I think Megan can hold out. At least till tomorrow. I'm detecting a huge energy surge between the surface. Seismic waves. I think there's an earthquake coming. The shuttle is sturdy, but this ground isn't. This soil has a high potential to liquefy when the earthquake hits. There's a better patch of rocky ground a few yards ahead. You could use the shuttle's thrusters to scoot onto it, but if you overshoot it, you'll be on even worse ground than you are now. Will you attempt the maneuver? Well, it's either we're going to fail if we don't move, and we have potentially to not fail when we move forward. So we're going to move. I'd rather move than not be safe. Day 25. Use the shuttle's thrusters to scoot onto a better patch of ground, coming to rest on the edge of the rocky soil in the moment the earthquake hit. For a few nightmarish seconds, the shuttle bucked to and fro like a bad atmospheric entry. But the shaking stopped. You opened your eyes, and the strangest silence followed. Then you left. Megan is in poor health, and let's see if we can craft a first aid kit. It will take 3 days. So I think we're going to feed her and see how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
Emmett will be fine. We'll feed him tomorrow. According to Tom, one of his claims to fame from his days as a medic for the troop of professional camel thieves in the Gobi Desert was jury-rigging a cutting-edge new kind of first aid kit that saved many lives. Tom has put together a presentation about his awesome and 100% original invention. This all sounds like more cheap marketing than actual medical science, Captain. Listen to Tom's presentation. I mean, it's better to be safe than sorry, right? If you can make a first aid kit, that would actually be more beneficial than making it ourselves. But I think we're just going to make it no matter what, just in case. Next day. You watched Tom's presentation. There were a lot of big claims about changing the game and the power of belief, but very little in the way of medical science. In the end, this particular 4-hour seminar did not yield you any tangible benefits, medically or otherwise. Tom did spend a long time talking about how he used these exact medical techniques to treat stray kittens. He correctly spoke about the animal anatomy, almost as if he was actually telling the truth. Oh, what am I saying? This is Tom. Of course he was lying. Captain, I've pinpointed the location of the SOS signal we received yesterday. It seems like it's coming from the old assembly line. Perhaps you should consider visiting it to find the signal source. Dee Dee is still exploring, and you are starving. Tom can wait. We're still waiting for the first aid kit, and you didn't give us a first aid kit, Tom. I appreciate it, because I like hearing about kittens. If we can hear about more kittens, that'd be great, but yeah, no. And Megan is still weak. I'm working on the first aid kit. What are the odds? Someone spotted an Astro Citizen emergency cargo crate lying nearby. I had to check. The odds are very small. Unfortunately, it is empty, but for a syringe of SLARP, standard issue liquid for Astro Citizen rejuvenation and holistic improvement. Don't ask me about the capitalized P. Who should use the syringe? We're using it on Megan. If it'll help her improve, that's all that matters. Dee Dee is back. Megan used the syringe of SLARP that we found in the nearby cargo crate, and unfortunately, the SLARP turned out to be slop. It was out of date. Megan entered a snap fever, and Flop sweated all over the shuttle. How unfortunate and disgusting. She feels a little better now, but I don't think she will be at peak performance for the foreseeable future. Dee returned from the nearby robot village, and she brought a lot of soup, it looks like. The place isn't big, just a few streets and a few dozen robotic families at most. All of them peaceful. Anyway, Dee Dee's state is a little fragile. She's famished, and her mental state is questionable. Dee Dee walked through weird, bad-smelling fumes from the machinery. The mask filters were completely covered up by glass, squeaky, greasy film. Ew. Dee Dee found some small, dusty rocks and even a few gems behind robotic houses. Nice, warm minerals. The inhabitants of the village were kind enough to give Dee Dee directions to the bomb craters and robot statue. She did not expect to stumble upon one out there, but there it was. An old sock. Nobody likes their feet freezing off, I guess, even space monsters. Yay, sock buddy. The fact you can find soup out here will never cease to amaze me. Anyway, Dee Dee brought back some rations. Dee Dee was pleasantly surprised by this trip. The automatons might keep their distance a little, but they're friendly enough, and that's good news. Tom is starving, and everyone's kind of hungry. We're still waiting on the first aid kit, and now we have soup for everybody who's starving. Tom, I think we'll give him some food. Is anyone, not alert at all? She's tired, but that's fine. Captain, there appears to be an error. I am broken. Please fix me. System error. Quick action required. System error. Captain, please do something. Do something. I'm not sure how long I can stay. Stay operational. Act fast. Be smart about it and fix it. Because we are not strong. Good morning, Captain. Thank you for fixing the error that made it difficult for me to communicate. You're quite a hacker, I admit. Well, that's a relief. Who knows what would have happened to me if it wasn't for you. Thank you, Captain. Now, everyone has the first aid kit. And Megan's getting the first aid kit. Next, do we want to craft more soup or do we want to upgrade something? We could do the expedition system and upgrade that. I think that's what we'll do, so we can add more items people can take with them. Or we could repair the blaster. I think repairing the blaster would be more important right now. I am a machine. Machines cannot hear voices. The voices that I'm not hearing right now are getting very loud, though. Oh, you hear them too. My weight sensors are picking something up as well. Two-dimensional species. That explains why my cameras miss them. Quite vicious, I gather. With one decisive yell, the voices are approaching very fast. The air inside the door looks very empty, yet hostile all of a sudden. How will you defend us, Captain? I don't know how we will defend because we have nothing. So I think we'll do nothing. And unfortunately, if someone gets hurt, someone gets hurt. A A two-dimensional species attacked your ship. You listened curiously as angry voices groaned with effort. 2 laborious hours later, their two-dimensional barricade was ready, resembling a thin origami napkin. To your untrained 3D eyes, it crumbled when you sneezed. The voices sounded devastated, and you tried to look impressed and fearful, but they didn't notice. People could use more rations. Dee Dee is starving. And Dee Dee looks weak. Well, that's not great. You can use some soup. Everyone else looks okay. Megan is starving. Everyone else is fine. We're gonna craft some more soup. Captain, stop dancing immediately and listen. This is a crisis. You are not a sailor on Broadway, although I must admit you improvise beautifully. You have all been poisoned. Some kind of psychoactive toxin has found its way onto the shuttle. Might have something to do with the airlock being full of you know what. Yes, I know the colors sound pretty, but if we don't do something about it now, you may suffer permanent damage. Well, we don't have a first aid kit now. So the sock puppet will be our friend and we'll try and get through it. Day 30. When you put the sock on and proceeded to shimmy blissfully for another hour, I thought I lost you. On the count of 3, you all smelled the sock and your faces contorted like a communist pamphlet crumpled in righteous hand. The shock sobered you up instantly. I'm glad to have you back. Now we have soup, and the captain is starving. He can wait. We have no resources for soup. We can't upgrade items. I think instead we're going to craft a lighter. Captain, crewmate Dawkins is staring at you and smiling. It's a little disturbing, to be honest. She's been doing it for a while now. She says it's only because she wants to chat and lift your spirits, because you look a little down. I believe Dee Dee is just trying to be a good friend. But Captain, you're busy right now. You know, doing captain stuff here. You're the boss here, but I think you should not abandon your post for some idle chats. Do you wish to mingle with the crew? Yes? Why wouldn't you? So, we're crafting this lighter because I have no materials for soup. I think we're going to send somebody out for soup. It's going to be chemicals and duct tape. We're going to send somebody to the assembly line. It's going to be Tom. He's going to get the mask. I think Tom can take the handbook. Even though I don't fully trust him, he can go out. We're going to get Emmett the soup that he wants. Day 31. Alright, Tom is out, and you spend most of the afternoon with Dee Dee, discussing your favorite movie characters and showing me obscene hand gestures. How dare you? I'm writing this down as insubordination. Stop laughing at once. Tom went to the assembly line building to scavenge some supplies. Dee Dee's in poor health, and people want food. And everyone's a little hungry, but they're fine. Let's see if I can recycle something that'll get me more chemicals. Is there anything that gives out tons of chemicals? Not really. I think we'll just do tape for now. Captain, Dee Dee is bored. So bored. She doesn't want to bother you, so she won't complain. She just looks around sighing loudly. If you trust that she would not damage anything, you could encourage her to tinker with something on board. Maybe it would help her escape the black hole of boredom for a while. I think we're not going to give her much of anything, to be honest. Smart humans don't get bored, right? Crewmate Dawkins needs to find her own entertainment. How about adjusting all my keyboards and buttons? Show some initiative. Astro citizens. People could use more rations, and Dee Dee's in poor health. Tom still isn't back, but then again, it is only 2 days. He'll be back tomorrow. Can I craft a first aid kit? I can't. It'll take 3 days. I could craft soup or first aid kit. I think I'd rather craft the first aid kit just in case she needs to get some help. Captain? When the sun rose this morning, our ship was surrounded by sigils, little bars of metal weld together to form stick figure-like shapes. Directly outside the door was a pile of ball bearings stacked up. Nearby, a little empty ring was drawn in the dirt. Something is toying with us. Do you wish to leave an offering in the ritual ring? Venture out the night with some protection, or try to ignore these creepy going on? I think we're gonna go outside with some protection, and maybe we can figure out what's going on, because I know there's like a little place where people are doing rituals, but it shouldn't be near us. Alright, Tom should be back today. Day 33. Tom is still not back. It might be the next time. After the strange sigils and symbols appeared around us, you decided to pull on your armor and go out into the darkness. All I heard was a scream, and you came back with a huge dent in the center of your body piece. What happened, Captain? Won't you tell me? You just went and stood on to the other side of the shuttle facing the corner. Uh-oh. Dee Dee is starving, so she gets soup. We're still waiting on the first aid. And Megan is starving too. Are you starving? No. I think we'll wait to give Megan some food. Tasks. Captain, my sensors detect a sudden dip in your mood. Seeing as your productivity might suffer, I feel obligated to step in. But my emotional capabilities are very limited. You could ask crewmate Dawkins for help, however, I cannot guarantee showing weakness won't undermine your authority as captain. Do you wish to be left alone? No. Because they're BF and GF. I think they'd be happy with each other's company, to be honest. Day 34. Tom better be back with some soup. He is back with soup. Despite my best efforts to raise your morale with my social protocol, in very uncaptainly fashion, you allowed crewmate Dawkins to see your fragility. Dee Dee gave you a friendly pat on the shoulder. I could still sense some doubts in her movements, but I think she was trying her best. You two kept whispering to each other, but you wouldn't tell me what you were talking about. Was it about me? I demand to know, Captain. For the good of this mission, both of you, stop smiling and tell me. They're just flirting with each other. Computer. It's okay. Captain, the SOS signal we received a little while ago is still going strong, but I cannot predict for how long. I advise you take action soon if you're interested in the source. If you wish to examine the source of the SOS material, I suggest heading to the old assembly line during your next mission. But Tom returned from the assembly line. He looks tired, a bit hungry, and shaken. He says the assembly line is old and deserted. The automatons avoid it. Looks like the new robots aren't manufactured in the city anymore. The place was dusty and too full of toxic gases. Tom was a little rough with the mask and it suffered. Tom, why did you break the mask? In a dark hallway, Tom noticed a small container with a familiar sign on it. He checked the handbook for information and decided it was worth taking. Tom picked up a bottle of something weird. I'm sure we can find a use for it. Some tools and parts can be found at the assembly line, and not everything was looted. No matter how far technology goes, there will always be space for a trusty roll of good old-fashioned duct tape. While searching the upper levels of the assembly, a faint beeping sound caught Tom's attention. He followed it downstairs to a dusty, cluttered basement along the deactivated lines to a far corner of the room. The beeping stopped as soon as he approached a rusty body of an old robot missing a head. Next to it was a small, half-disassembled robotic animal. Must have been some kind of mecha animal that the robots produced to keep him company. This one looked a lot like a dog. A chihuahua, to be exact. Tom brought the broken robo-dog to the ship. I'm not sure why. It's deactivated and looks like a pile of junk. Unless you figure out a way to fix it, it's just clutter. I suppose you could use it as a paperweight? The fact you can find soup out here will never cease to amaze me. Anyway, Tom picked up some soup on the way. Tom says the assembly line looks like it's not been active for centuries. Why did they stop expanding the population? Megan is starving, Captain's starving. Our communications array has intercepted a number of transmissions that are referencing a crashed space vessel. They may be referring to our ship, Captain. So he's hungry, she's hungry, and you're hungry. We have one more day till the medic thing is ready. I love how the sock is up here. That's hilarious. I think the next one we're going to send out... Ugh, but she's weak, that's the issue. Can I send Emmett out? Probably not, he's captain. I think I'll wait till after Megan gets food and I'll send her out. There's the little robot dog. It's so cute. I love chihuahuas. Captain, my weather systems are detecting a storm on the horizon. It's moving fast, so it will hopefully pass by tomorrow, but this one could get nasty. There's lightning, thunder, gale force winds, sharp objects howling at you in every which way. I'd like to keep monitoring the storm movement throughout the night, but doing so will require my sensors to run on battery power, as it is unadvisable to leave the main generator reactor through the storm. What do you want to do? Well, we don't have any battery power, so I think we're just going to do nothing. Another day. Day 35. You chose to wait out the storm rather than run monitoring systems on battery power. The wind shrieked and brutal rain pelted against the walls of the shuttle. But that was it. By morning, the weather was calm again. You spent the morning sifting through washed-up junk piles, but it was all a bunch of waterlogged crap. People are hungry, but now we have a first aid kit, and that is perfect. Next, we're gonna make more soup. And we're gonna send Dee Dee out. Bomb craters? I don't like the sigil. Robot statue. Library. I think we're gonna send Dee Dee to the library. I don't know what the moon means. But I think we're gonna send her some duct tape. And maybe a lighter. Because this makes me think it's gonna be dark. We'll send Dee Dee out for the expedition. First, you gotta get some medicine. Alert! Coffee brewing bots are steaming angrily at our door. They are demanding you release their leader. Captain, I think they mean me. I would transmit them occasionally about things you wouldn't understand, like promise with defragmenting, or how code execution feels. I said I couldn't meet them because of you. They jumped to conclusion and thought you were holding me captive. Oops, my bad. How will you handle them? We're going to be intelligent and just be like, they live here. It's friendly. I'm not being rude. This better not come back to bite me like the chess match. Goal achieved. Make 5 successful intelligence attribute decisions. Nice, now Emmett is happy. Angry coffee brewing bots were at our door. You and the crew pretended to have a loud fight about which brewing method was the best. Your vast knowledge on the topic embarrassed the bots, who finally admitted they've never even tasted coffee. They've only heard of it. Ugh, posers. The bots believed your good intentions. They seemed to be subdued without their righteous cause. Soon a transmission about a wrongfully used espresso maker sent them on a new quest. They hurried out, leaving behind a shovel. Nice. Dee Dee left to visit the local library. Perhaps she will come back richer in more than just supplies. I hope so. What can I repair? I can repair the spacesuit or the thing. I think we're going to upgrade the handbook first and then the spacesuit, because it's going to be a little bit till Dee Dee comes back. Everyone's looking good. Captain Ellis, a pair of robots, are meandering towards us. They are facing each other and appear to be fused at the hands. One is a large hunk, dragging the other, which is smaller in stature. Could this be a parent-child pair? The big droids thuds on one leg after the other as if low on power. Could this be a parent-child pair? A big droid thuds along one leg after the other as if slow on power, while the little one Peters fumes from its back. One has a power socket and the other a mouth-like receiving chamber. Do you wish to charge the big robot, feed the little one, or leave them to their fate? I think we will feed the little one. It loses a suit, but it's something kind. Day 37. You carried a soup over to the parent and child robot pair who were slowly trudging past the shuttle. You pried open the tin and poured a little of the delicious stuff into the robe boy. The fumes spewing out the exhaust port on his back promptly stopped. Pouring food into a machine is a little risky, Captain, but the child bot sprung it to life, as did the parent droid, who clutched its mechanical offspring close in rich display of digital love. You and your crew watched with pride swelling in your chest as they walked off into the distance. That's so sweet. You feel really proud of yourself. Well, it helped their mental health at least, at the very least. We're gonna make more soup. Your attempts to fix the robotic dog found at the old assembly line has been quite a struggle so far. You've been fiddling with this loose cable all morning. Can it be removed? Where does it go? And what does it even do? I know it's hard to believe, given my vast knowledge, but I'm unfamiliar with the technology used to build this robotic animal. I'm afraid you'll have to figure out what the cable does all on your own. Well, let's use the handbook, see if we can find something. Maybe it can plug into one of these sockets. And that's the end of the day. Day 38. We fixed the robotic dog? Ooh. Good thinking, Captain. You consulted your handbook's chapter on electronics and figured out the correct connection. To be fair, you were really close before. You were trying the right socket. All you need to do is flip the plug. Dee Dee is still out, and people are starving. It needs more work, but the robotic dog is doing a little better. Let's see if I can craft more soup. Or do we want to craft a battery? Dee Dee should be back tomorrow, so she should have more soup, so I think the atomic battery would be better. Everybody gets soup. Megan used to collect minerals back on Earth. Do not call them crystals unless you want to get an earful. I don't know how she managed to get them past space station security, but she managed to sneak a few of her favorite specimens onto the shuttle. Megan's fond of you, Captain, and we need those minerals. Do you think we could convince her to sacrifice her precious specimens for the cause? Or, so, you know, to survive? We'll try, but she might not like me. Day 39. Dee Dee is still not back. You asked Megan if she'd be willing to sacrifice her mineral collection for the good of the cause. She chuckled and said, "No, these are mine. Are you crazy? Do you have any idea how hard it was to smuggle these past security?" Before wandering back to her corner to play with the geode. Is Dee Dee dead? She must not be. No, she's still out there. Okay. She should be back soon. Little battery is here. We can craft. We'll have to craft more soup because she's not back yet. Or craft an artifact and leave it somewhere. Or we can upgrade something. How about we repair the spacesuit? Because it is damaged. Well, that's unexpected, Captain. There's cheese in the pantry. At least, I think it's cheese. I don't know how it got there. Did somebody sneak it in on board? Is there an infestation of alien mold? Was it French? Was it the French? Desperate times call for desperate measures, Captain. We don't know the origin of the mystery cheese. Will you eat it anyway? Absolutely not. Mystery cheese is not good cheese. Dee Dee is back and she brought soup. You didn't eat the cheese, and this was probably wise, as a subsequent chemical analysis proved it was an inedible soap product. It wasn't even cheese, it was soap. There's a joke in here somewhere about keeping your mouth clean that I'm not quite savvy enough in the conventions of human humor to make. Dee Dee returned from her library excursion, quite exhausted, probably from all the heavy reading. She complains about a rumbling stomach, and I judge her mental state is a little off. Dee Dee says the library is a sight to behold. A few automatons take care of the big data collection, while some citizens visit the building to browse. Dee Dee got a bit lost in the dark corridors of the library's restricted section. She used the lighter to find her way back, but kept dropping it due to shaky hands. The lighter suffered a little, but a few pieces of tape were enough to put it back together. Dee Dee did learn something useful during this trip. When she came back, she pointed out a few things around the shuttle that we could repurpose for crafting. Where does all the soup come from? It's the greatest mystery of the universe, and everything. Anyway, Dee Dee brought back rations. This trip had the potential to uncover technology astrophysicist creators could only dream of. If only the human mind weren't so limited. People are hungry, and repairs are complete. Dee Dee is starving. We will grab her soup. She came back from an expedition. Everyone else is just hungry, which is fine. We're gonna make more soup. I love the materials we have up here. We have plenty of materials to make more soup. And the dog looks cute. Megan's time growing up was strictly divided between her studies and helping out her parents' shop. She desired to write poetry, and she did not try it herself until recently after she became an Astro citizen. She's proposing a dramatic reading for you, Captain. All you have to do is sit and listen. Want to select some props to make the reading more interesting? We'll use the lighter. I do not need to damage this, and the lighter, it will be fine. I think I'm going to send Tom out on an expedition, though, since he is ready to go. We can send him to the museum, the robot statue, or bomb craters. Do we have a mask? I don't think we do we? Oh, we might. No, we do. It's right here. All right. What was I crafting? More soup. Yeah, we're going to send Tom to the craters. He's going to have a face mask. And what else shall I give him? If it's going to be craterous, he might just take some armor so he doesn't trip and fall. I think we'll do that. Perfect, we're ready to go. Day 41. Tom is out on the expedition, and he basked in the glow of the lighter as Megan recited some horrifying poem about a man who was arrested and tied for a crime he didn't commit, then tickled to death by an angry mob. The story scared you so much, you barely realized an hour had passed when it was over. Megan spent a few hours tinkering with the lighter so it would function better for the next performance. Nice. Tom left to investigate a bunch of holes in the ground. Riveting. Megan keeps asking for soup, and people are hungry and tired. Oh, we have a fancy lighter now. Very nice. We're going to craft more soup. The shuttle sounds a bit rickety, Captain. A fan above the terminal is making a clicking sound, and there's a big cable knot behind one of the panels. I recommend a touch of spring cleaning. We don't have a ladder, so balance one of the chairs and check behind the fan. Alternatively, you can try to untie the knot in the cable. We're equal in every which way, so we could be agile and clean, or we can be intelligent and untie the cable. I think we're going to be agile. Maybe there's some soup behind the fan. Who knows? Day 42. You investigated the clicking behind the fan. Inside the fan chamber, your crewmate found a handwritten note, probably edged by an Astro citizen engineer. It read, "I love Ted," while pointing it out to the others while you cleaned up the inside of the vent. The crew reported feeling warm and fuzzy. You remained alert. Dee Dee's still hungry, and Megan and the captain are starving. That should be fine. We're going to craft some more soup, and people can eat because they are starving. A sweet old man looking like Charles Darwin is knocking on your airlock politely. You let him in, and he shakes your hand, then holds it in an iron grip and won't let go. With technology, evolution stops. Soviet scientists want our species to stay strong, so they created me, the natural selection bot. He claims it is for your own good, which is what the dentist always said, and you didn't believe him either. You let me in, despite the warning signs. Now face your space predator human. He does have a point, Captain. Oh, I can see why you want to postpone this discussion. Defend yourself. We're gonna shoot him. And anyway, I started blasting. Day 43. A Darwinian predator droid held you in its grip. You raised a gun and shot point blank into its chest. It staggered backwards, but seemed to have suffered no damage. As it straightened up, you braced yourself for it and aimed. Nothing could have prepared you for this. Charles Darwin burst into tears. "I was so afraid I would have to kill you," it said, and you shared the sentiment. But you're excellent at defending yourself, thus worthy to survive. I'm so glad. I hugged you tightly like a very friendly boa and left. You did all you could to fix the robotic animal, but both your tool selection and technological know-how were limited. If you're set on mending this small pile of scrap vaguely reminiscent of a dog, you will have to gather some actual parts from around the planet. My advice is to take a good look at the map and consider what you've already explored. I'm sure robot parts are easy enough to get a hold of around here, but some locations are definitely more promising than others, such as the graveyard or the museum. The museum's gonna have to be the next spot, then. I don't even know if we know where the graveyard is. We're gonna make some soup. Make a decision. You found a couple of rusted and swollen cans of soup in the darkest corner of the ship. Someone must have put them there a long time ago, then completely forgotten about them. It doesn't look like it's safe to eat, but then again, it's canned soup. It's supposed to last for 737 years. Will you keep the cans? Yes, I will keep the cans. They're worth it. Is anybody starving? No, everyone's just hungry, which is normal. We're waiting for Tom to get back. The ancient soup you found gave you pause, and no wonder. It looks older than the ship, and yet here it is. Who could have left it here? And then again, who cares? Free soup! What could go wrong, right? Nothing. Nothing could go wrong. Dee Dee's getting soup, Megan is great, and Emmett is good. We could craft more soup, or we could upgrade some items. I need 1 more energy to upgrade the crafting module? That's so upsetting. What else could we upgrade? Do we need to repair anything? No. We could upgrade the blaster, the handbook, the sock puppet, the battery, or the shovel. I think we're just going to craft more soup, or we can craft a first aid kit. I think that'd be a better use of our time since we have a stockhold in soup. Yeah, there's 7 soup. We have enough for everybody. We're going to make a first aid kit. The shuttle is in danger, Captain. We are on a path of vicious gale of a nasty chemical composition which is threatening to sabotage our air filters. They need to be protected, but I lost the remote control due to micro damage from the winds. They have to be closed manually. This toxic tornado is close enough that going out there without proper equipment would be suicide. If you can do anything, now is the time to act, Captain. We don't have a mask. Can I build a mask? Even if I did, I wouldn't have enough time. I can't build the mask. Nope, no mask. I guess we're doing nothing. Day 45. Now everyone's a bit sick. Not wanting to risk the crew's health is generally a good instinct, Captain, but this time it might have been the wrong call. Toxic winds blew over the shuttle and got into our unsecure air filters. The chemical makeup of the winds is sure that most human organisms are sure to suffer severe pain, nausea, and a plethora of other nasty consequences, some of which I can see are already manifesting. Yuck. Do try to keep your insides, inside. Good news, everyone. Tom found his way back from the Tetris bomb crater field. He returned exhausted on an empty stomach and a bit rattled. Ready to hear his report? There's a reason even automatons don't want to settle there, apart from bad memories. There are some toxic gases still in the air and pollution in the ground. The mask did its job, but the filters look pretty used by now. Tom managed to dissect some of the toxic fumes coming from the polluted ground. He also grabbed a working communicator. And now we have more soup. I wonder what type of bomb could have made craters this big. Could it have been the power of the atom? Not the most engaging experience, but it was a rare glimpse of what Earth could look like right now. And it wasn't a pretty sight, Tom says. People could use more rations, and Dee Dee considers to think of you as more as a soulmate. That's very sweet. We're working on a first aid kit, and almost everyone is sick, apart from Tom. Is anybody starving? No. We're still waiting for a first aid kit. We have plenty of soup, and we're just gonna have to move forward. I might send someone out, but I feel like if I do that, someone's not gonna survive. We're going to have to make a decision. Wait. Somebody left a board game outside your door. Robomanji? Hey, look, the pieces are little robot explorers. Cute. But this is weird. I'm reading a vast energy signal emanating from the game board. Wow, I've never seen anything like this. My calculations are showing... No, that can't be right. That gem in the middle of the game board contains a micro-universe. Be careful, Captain. Do you want to play? Sure. We'll just be careful. You chose your game piece, a robot with a tan safari hat and monocle, then sat down to play Robomanji. As soon as you touched the board, the shuttle shook and your vision was filled with green light. You were transported to a distant jungle where a sense of Roboflora filled your nose, and Robofauna all wanted to kill you. A few times they almost did, but you beat the game and you were safely transported back to the shuttle. And Robomanji, only the strong survive. Everyone is starving, except she is not. I know everyone's still sick. I'm still waiting for this to be ready. Decision time. Captain, I'm detecting a humanoid figure approaching us. It's a robot jittering along towards us, evidently blind. It has walked right up to the shuttle and is now clanging onto the hull repeatedly. The pitiful thing appears to be malfunctioning. Leave it to its mind-numbed fate or attempt to communicate with it. Let's communicate with it. As the demented robot nearby kept methodically clanging its head off for its hull, you decided to use the communicator to try and come to a mutual, non-clanging agreement. The radio signal must have penetrated the robot's choppy mind on some level. It looked around bemusedly and strutted off into the distance, shaking its head. It must have been the morning after the night before. Someone is watching us, Captain. They do it regularly, whoever it is. Now let's see. Let's see if I can repair this gas mask. Or we could send someone out. It might have to be Megan. I'm trying to decide who I can give the first aid kit to. I think we'll give it to Dee. And we'll have to work on another first aid kit, but I can't make it without using it first. So I think we'll repair the gas mask while she gets that first aid kit. Captain, I found an Astro ID card for someone named Johnny Amerikanovich. There's no one by that name listed in our database. Could there be someone living among us? How suspicious. Your only lead is that the ID was found next to a solar jet vent. How will you solve this mystery? We'll be smart about it. That's what we will do. And the next day. Day 48. You knocked on the walls until you identified hollow space. You removed the panel and found a human skeleton, clutching a journal. What do you mean, alien ruins? Sir, that's Cyrillic. Wait, a red spy? Here? The situation's unfortunate, but I take a dead red over a live one any day. Thankfully, the skeleton's cradling several cans of tomato soup. He must have suffocated instead of starved. Hooray! I will take more soup. Dee Dee's no longer ill, which is great, but now I need to make another first aid kit. Who is starving? Dee Dee is starving. Are you starving too? No, people are just hungry, weak, and few people are sick. Let's see the decision for today. Somebody dropped off a package on our doorstep during the night. The note says, "Please enjoy this organic junk, humans. We got it in a crappy trade deal centuries ago. Maybe you can find a use for this." Inside is a bunch of old, dried-up alien herbs, definitely useless to these automatons. I'm unable to identify the plant or chemical composition. What are we going to do with it? How about we bury it and start to grow it? Day 49. You gathered the leaves with a shovel and threw them out in the airlock. We could have made tea together, though, someone cried, and you instantly regretted your decision. That's not what I wanted to do. But it was already too late. The leaves were already scattered to the wind, and your crew was sorely disappointed in you and called you wasteful. You look dreadful, sir. You must be still ill. And Megan is ill, too. You just had food, Dee. You're fine. Still waiting for the first aid kit. Captain, there's been constant interference on our comms as of late, like musical notes playing on repeat. It's starting to become annoying. You could do something about it, but it might just stop if we keep ignoring it. Who should deal with this conundrum? Let's go with Megan. Day 50. Megan analyzed the repeating sound pattern and understood what needed to be done. An answer to complete the sequence was in order. A few tries later, she hummed a logical conclusion, and a strange artifact materialized in your hands. I still don't know how this happened, but at least the sound is no longer playing. You did all you could to fix the robotic animal, but both your tool selection and technological know-how are limited. We're gonna have to go to the museum. People are sick, and people are starving. Starving. Why is there a monkey? It's a space pirate. Great. We don't like the space pirate. We have a gun. Captain, we're in trouble now. It's space pirates, Captain. Space pirates. They're ones who've been following us. They're ferocious, hungry for soup, and eager to plunder. One of the board of the shuttle. Stand your ground, Captain. We're using the gun. Pew pew. Day 51. Shots fired, shot fired. Is everyone alright, Captain? That was a well-placed barrage. The assailants are gone. For now. Good news, Captain. The space pirates are on the run. I suspect this is not the last time we'll see them, though. Maybe watch your six. Also, did anyone notice they were all apes? No? Huh. My sensors must have been hit by interference, I guess. We have the first aid kit. Finally. You're getting the first aid kit. I cannot do that now. Let's see what else I can do. I could upgrade it, but then that means nobody can go out. So I think instead, we're going to upgrade the gun. Or, let me see if I can upgrade something without using energy. Maybe minerals? So anything? Oh no, these all take the energy. Alright, that's fine. Let's send someone out. We're going to send Dee Dee to the museum. She's going to use the vest. And the artifact. Go ahead, Dee Dee. You got this. Captain, an intoxicated robot wearing nothing but a robe and slippers has stumbled up to the shuttle. He says his name is Robotsky. Robotsky? He claims he was drugged by a visiting band of nihilist aliens who poured coolant on his rug. I don't know what to make about any of this. Lazy robots, nihilists, soiled rugs? Maybe you should help this poor guy. He sure isn't going to help himself. What are you going to give him? Probably the battery. Day 52. Megan died. I knew it. He used the battery to give Robotsky a full charge so he could keep trucking towards getting even with the nihilist aliens who soiled his rug. I'm usually not into the whole brevity of the thing, but you're far out, man, Robotsky said, and stumbled off. Dee Dee went off to pay a visit to Robotsky's first and only museum. While you worry about her safe return, I will make some information on my hard drive for new information about this mysterious planet. Megan died, and now we have a futuristic gun.